We call Jabrill Peppers to task. Look, maybe I'm biased because I didn't grow up with a whole lot. Maybe I'm biased because I went to college. I know the deal about not having any money. I know what it is. I get it. I have a problem when what I deem to be a very entitled young man goes out and then whines and cries. Now, I've said many a time, I have no issue with paying college football players. I don't really have a problem with it. And I think that's coming. But remember something, as we start with what Jabrill Peppers had to say on the devil of all devices, Twitter. Jabrill Peppers is getting paid. I will explain. Look, bottom line is this. Jabrill Peppers took to Twitter, which is the dumbest thing you can do, last night at around 7 o'clock. Tweeted out the following: I don't know how the NCAA thinks we supposed to eat right with all these indentured servant checks they give us. I should have stayed in the dorms, shaking my head. Well, you wonder what that means. Well, it's simple. First of all, if you are an athlete at Michigan and you're off campus and you're out doing your thing, you get the equivalent of what it costs to live on campus. Last check I had is it cost you $14,100 to live on campus in a single dorm room. Jabrill, that's $1,700 a month, homie. If that's indentured servitude, you needed to sign me up back in 98. That's $1,700 a month that is handed to you, son. Handed. That's on top of your free education. Now, we'll get to the rest of that later, but he calls that indentured servitude. Okay, cool. Hey, here's part two, homie. You left the dorms. Now, I know it hurts your street cred when you live in the dorms as a sophomore or a redshirt freshman. If you're on campus, you get access to enough food that you can look like John Candy in 3 months. You get unlimited food. Jabrill, you left. You made that call, Hot Rod. You left. That's on you. You shouldn't bring it to Twitter. That's just stupid. But you did. So we're going to focus on the $1,700 a month that you get. And mind you, $1,700 a month equates to over $14,000 a year. You have no obligation to pay that back, son. For the rest of us in the real world, we did. I'm still paying. I do take offense to it. I do find it offensive. I do think it's stupid. And I think it's even worse when grown adults enable the behavior. Hi, Desmond. Desmond Howard actually supported the kid, which is just lunacy to me, but we'll get to that. Peppers continued, people make a story out of anything. I don't care about getting paid. I want to keep my fridge and cabinets full so I can eat, point blank. Well, Jabrill, you made it public. You go to Twitter, you're not talking to your friend. Jabrill said he was talking to a friend. No, if you were talking to your friend, you would have used your cell phone, which we know you have one, and you would have called your boy and had a convo. You went to Twitter. That's just dumb. You made it public. It's a story because it's insulting to the rest of us. The only opinion that ever mattered to me was my mama's. Cool, then go call her. Get off Twitter. He continued because, well, when you're digging your own grave, you got to go 6 feet down. Bottom line, I'm blessed for the opportunity I was given to this prestigious university, and never do I take it for granted. Well, you already did, so there's that. Log off. You can't compare students to student athletes, Peppers opined. They don't have to do what we do, and we can't do what they do, point blank. Yes, I know. You mean like read, write, study, pursue an actual degree, not get handed thousands of dollars in swag, training table, the best tutors, the best academic facilities, and get a push cart through school, and get an unbelievable network of former athletes who are willing to give you a job because you put on a cup. Shut up, Jabrill. Stop. And for those of you who go, oh, my God, how can you say that he's a child? People, I have a 19-year-old sister. I do not treat her like a child. I do not coddle her. I do not talk to her about bubble baths and cake. I treat her like a grown woman. That's what she is. Life is real. For people like me or Terry who went to school and didn't have a whole lot, this is an insult. And it's insulting because I don't want to hear a player cry about not being able to eat. It's lunacy. It was lunacy when Shabazz Napier came out and said it. It's lunacy now. Do you really want me to believe that the University of Michigan is allowing a football player to starve or be malnourished, Have you seen Jabrill Peppers? 6'1", 210 pounds of pure badass steel. You know how much food's got to go in that body to keep that physique? Do you understand the amount of protein a man has to eat? You want me to really believe he's starving? His cabinets are empty. Oh, for shame, I'm eating sawdust. Lies. It's ridiculous. Oh, here's another great one. For everyone who said eat in the dorms like a regular student, I'd love to. But your meal plan gets canceled when you move off campus. You're bad. Oh, he continued. You know how I go. Oh, I'm sorry. He had an exchange with Des Bryant and stuff, but here's a real good one. Hint why I said I should have stayed in the dorm. Do your research before judging someone. No, we're judging you. We're judging you because you don't sound very intelligent on this matter. Then Desmond Howard tweeted, pay them no mind. Yes, that's very sage advice for people you've alienated by making a dumb comment on Twitter and following it up with several more volumes of dumb. You know how it go, D. I'm just trying to explain myself. You know how the media is. Yes, they monitor your account. You are a football player at the University of Michigan. You went out and attacked the NCAA, and you claim that you can't keep food in your cabinets. Any modicum of research tells you that you are being handed more money in 1 month than I got handed ever in my college life. Why? My parents didn't have any money. I borrowed. I worked in the summers. I lived on garbage. I got fat. I primarily stayed fat. I struggled. I don't want to hear it. If you take the $1,700 a month that Jabrill Peppers is handed, and then you add in all of the training table, all of the free gear, all of the tutors, all of the free facilities, all of the advantages a football player is given, please, I beg of you, do anything you want except go to Twitter and cry poor. You sound like Chris Webber, which means you sound like an idiot. Yes, I love the heartfelt tweet he sent that was handed to me here. It's, at 7 o'clock last night, I'm about to eat my first meal of the day, and that's oodles and noodles. Yes, that's right. 210 pounds of steel is supported by one meal at 7 p.m. of oodles and noodles. That's ridiculous. It's insulting. You really want me to believe that major programs aren't giving their kids supplements? Aren't giving these kids the whole metrics routine? You're not getting the food you need at training table? And where'd the $1,700 a month go? Who made the call to leave campus? Oh, that's right. Jabrill wants you to believe he hasn't gotten a single tat, a single chain, or a single outfit except the one you see in his Twitter profile pic since he arrived on campus. Lies. Lies. Even my poor ass bought a T-shirt. Lies. It's insulting. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And I do get fired up about it because, Terry, anyone who's gone to school, unless you come from privilege, struggles. You are given a free education with no debt to pay it back. You are given $1,700 a month with no obligation to pay it back. You don't have a course load that anybody cares about. Go ask Dennis Norfleet, who had 90 credits of nothing. And to go to Twitter and complain about it and cry about it is a black eye on your character. That's an embarrassment. And somebody needs to get to him